Hey, this is Erin Abdry with Make This Your Year. In this video, I'm going to tell you my weight loss story, and I hope it can help you. By the time I was 39, I had allowed myself to get to more than 100 pounds overweight. And today I want to share with you how I got there, what I did to get out of there, and how I ultimately ended up losing the weight and starting my own weight loss business for women. So I don't know where you are in your weight loss journey, but if you're in a spot where you feel like you don't know what to do, you feel like your weight has gotten out of control, I get it. I was right where you are too, and I hope that my story can help you. So the first time in my life where my weight was a thought to me was when I was 12. I was a shy, insecure little girl, and I just wanted to fit in and be accepted, but I was chubby. And I remember the first time it really bothered me. I was in the 6th grade, and I was in the hallway at school. I was about to enter the classroom when I hear 2 boys in my class talking, and they're right beside the door, so I can hear them. So instead of walking into the classroom, I stood in the hallway for a minute and listened to them. And they were talking about who they thought was cute. And they were going through a bit of a class list. And when I heard my name, the one boy, who of course I thought the world of because he was cute and funny and I thought he was great, he says, no, she's too fat. And my heart sank into my stomach and I felt like I was going to throw up. I had to choke back the tears before going back into my classroom. I still feel like the tightness in my stomach today, just thinking about it, because it was just so humiliating. And so that was the year that I joined Weight Watchers for the first time and took on the identity of a dieter, what I now call a hopeless dieter. Before I go on, if you're new to my channel, I want to say welcome. Hit that subscribe button or the notification bell. I'm a woman on a mission to get 10,000 women over 40 to learn how to lose weight and become the best version of themselves. I come at you every week with a new video so I can help you as much as I can on your weight loss journey. So I continued to be chubby throughout high school and most of college, eating as per the food guide or the food pyramid with very little fat and like 8 to 10 servings of whole grains, just like they told me to, you know, like Special K with skim milk, or turkey sandwich with Miracle Whip and low-fat Jell-O with Cool Whip on top, which I now believe is the best diet to stay chubby and miserable forever. But it took me about 25 years to figure that out, though. There were a few years in there where I had a bit of success and lost about 40 pounds, but then I gained it back. And then after college, when I was single and dating and, you know, didn't know who I was or what was valuable about me, I spiraled out of control and I discovered binge eating as a way of escaping life and feelings. And I ballooned up to 260 pounds in my early 30s. I would eat not to feel bad about myself and my life. And then I would eat because of the shame and guilt I felt about being so overweight and having so little control over it. And then I would go on a diet for a few months, lose some weight, gain it back again. I spent this portion of my life constantly yo-yoing and constantly feeling ashamed of my weight and of myself for letting myself become so overweight. I avoided the camera. I avoided looking in the mirror. I just hated the way I looked. And I wanted to lose weight, but I just couldn't figure it out. I would lose 40 pounds, gain it back, lose it again, gain it back. That was about all I had the energy for. After about 40 pounds, I would run out of steam, run out of motivation. And then when I was 33, I was having a bad year. 2011 was not a good year for me. I was not happy. I was not in a good place. I felt like I had nothing going right for me, nothing to look forward to. It was a low point. So I knew I had to change because my life was either going to keep getting worse or I was going to change and it was going to start getting better. So I rallied the energy and the motivation to try again. I tried a paleo diet and I lost about 40 pounds again. My favorite number, I don't know how many times I lost 40 pounds in my life. So I got down to 210. And then I met my husband, which was also 2011. So it ended on a good note. And so I started to feel happy again. I started to develop some self-worth. I did gain those 40 pounds back though, but it wasn't this sad, shameful binge eating anymore. Now it was just date nights and pizza nights and beer and nachos on the weekend. Like it was just regular bad eating habits like everyone else in North America. But then when my husband proposed, I was like, okay, this is it, Erin, take off this weight so that you can walk down the aisle and look beautiful. And also because this is the next chapter of your life, you can be the version of yourself that you want to be. You know, it's time to stop being this sad, fat girl, time to stop being a hopeless dieter and become a thin, happy, confident, energetic person. So let's do this. So I went back on the paleo diet again. This time I lost 23 pounds in 9 months. So it was not the solution for me because it was going to take me forever to lose enough weight to look good in my wedding dress and become comfortable in my skin again and happy with the way I looked. So I did a bunch of research about obesity and weight loss and nutrition. And I learned the main thing I learned is it's not about calories like they tell us that it is, which just made sense to me because I knew, like, if you eat 3,000 calories a day, but it's broccoli, chicken, avocado, salmon, you're not going to gain weight. It's only if those 3,000 calories are pizza and McDonald's and cookies, right? So it's actually not about calories at all. It's about the quality of foods you eat. And it's about how the foods you eat affect your hormones, because to lose weight, you have to make sure your hormones are balanced. Our metabolism, our fat storage system, our weight loss system, it's all driven by hormones. And if your hormones are unbalanced, your body is going to resist your weight loss efforts and you'll end up frustrated and you won't get the results you're looking for. I read this one book during my research called The Obesity Code, Dr. Jason Fung, and he said, obesity is not a calorie imbalance, it's a hormonal imbalance. And I was like, that makes sense. So I tried what I call hormonal weight loss, which is just making a few simple lifestyle changes and eating clean in a specific way that will balance your hormones so that you're working with your body to lose this weight instead of against it. And it worked. My cravings stopped. My appetite got under control. I started actually feeling full again. I started to crave things like roasted cauliflower instead of chips. And I was able to stop eating after one portion now without feeling deprived or like I was forcing myself. I won't say it was effortless, but it was the most effortless thing I had ever tried. And also the most effective. I lost 70 pounds in 7 months. And with the 23 I'd already lost, that was 93 total. So I looked good on my wedding day. I think I was 167 on my wedding day. I was thrilled. Then, plot twist, shortly after our wedding, I got pregnant with twins, really big twins. One was 6.5 pounds. The other one was 7.5 pounds. So 14 pounds total. And I gained 70 pounds in that pregnancy and another 10 when they were first born. So I pretty much gained it all back again. And here's where it got hard. I had nothing to motivate me to lose weight. I had no wedding dress to fit into. Like, I wanted to lose weight, but I just had no sense of urgency. Every day I had the thought, I will start tomorrow, or I will start on Monday. You say that to yourself enough times and it's just a joke. Like, you don't really believe it. It's just like, yeah, good intentions, but no real desire, like no real effort. And so if you've ever gotten to that point in your life before where it's like, how did I allow this to happen to myself? How did I get here again? That's exactly what I was thinking at that point in time. But I just didn't have enough energy or motivation to do anything about it. Then I went to the doctor for a sore back because my knees were hurting and my back was killing me. Every time I bent down to pick up one of the babies, it would hurt. So I went to the doctor and he just looked at me and said, why don't you just lose some weight? That'll help. And I was like, you know what? I will do that because this is not how I want to live my life. This is not who I want to be. And I don't need a dress that I'm trying to fit into to make it happen. Like, I was 40 years old when I had my twins, and I decided that day in the doctor's office, I decided that I didn't want to be an old, obese, lethargic mom. I wanted to lose the weight so I could be the best version of myself for my kids. So I got back home and I was like, okay, let's do this. I already know what to do. I already know how to lose weight. I spent 25 years figuring it out. Turns out the answer is not to eat low fat and tons of carbs, like the government tells you to. The answer is not to count your points or your calories or your macros or anything like the weight loss programs tell you to. It is just to make a few simple lifestyle changes and eat clean, but in a specific way that will balance your hormones. And then the weight comes off in a healthy, sustainable way. But why couldn't I get myself to do it? So I did a bunch more research. I did research again. This time it was on brain science and habits and behaviors. And why can I not get myself to do the things I want to do to lose weight? Like, why is it hard as a human to stop chasing dopamine hits and instant gratification and do the responsible things in life, like eating clean to lose weight and to become healthy? Especially now that I've seen the other side and I know how it feels to lose the weight, and I definitely know it's worth the effort. So I came up with a plan for how to get myself to stick to my plan, even when I didn't want to. I call it weight loss without willpower, and it uses neuroscience and behavioral psychology. And I now know that it was the missing link, because you need to know what to do, the tactics and the strategy that you're going to use to lose weight. I recommend hormonal weight loss. I think it's the best strategy. But then perhaps even more important than that, you have to know how you're going to get yourself to do it. Because if you have a plan for what to do, but you don't have a plan for how to get yourself to do it when you don't want to do it, then you don't really have a plan. So now I had an even better, more comprehensive plan for how to take this weight off, what I now believe to be the ultimate game plan for permanent weight loss. I called it my dream body game plan. And it's the combination of how to do it, which is hormonal weight loss, plus how to do it when you don't feel like doing it, which is weight loss without willpower, which I didn't really need when I had a wedding coming up and I had a strong source of motivation from that. But without the wedding, when it was just me versus regular, normal, everyday life, it was the missing piece that I needed to figure out. So I implemented it for 12 months. I lost 80 pounds. Felt great. So I kept going. And now I've lost 120 pounds, going from 260 to 140, which is where I feel the most comfortable and where I have the most energy and the most confidence and the most happiness. And it was such a life-changing experience for me that I decided to start a business and start working with women who are in the same boat that I was in and helping them to experience permanent weight loss in a way that is as close to effortless as I believe exists, while still being effective, especially after 40. If that sounds like something you'd be interested in learning more about, grab your free weight loss call with me, and we will talk about how I can help you lose weight without willpower and how to do it so you can still enjoy all your favorite foods. Grab your free weight loss call now, and we will dive in. I would love to talk to you about how I can help you become the person you've always wanted to be. Go to erinadtree.com or click the link in the description and choose a time that works best for you. And while you're at it, grab the free PDF that describes the 7 biggest weight loss mistakes people make and how to avoid them. There's a link in the description for that. All right, let's go, ladies. You got this. I look forward to hearing about your success.